And we are live. Kala Chashma. Kala Chashma. Hello, everyone. Namaskara, namaste. Welcome to the channel Adda. And obviously, we have our guest. Okay, guest नहीं बोलने का कि ये तो अभी regulars हो गए. And moreover, going forward, before we get into the episode and talk about cricket, let me ask, how's your Saturday morning going? Because one looks very sleepy or he's woken up very early. The other one feels is in a different. Is already feels like he's reporting to us from Old Trafford. So how's your Saturday going? Bangalore में तो बहुत it's like gloomy, may rain. So please grab a cup of coffee if you like, or chai bhi chalega. And lastly, before I go to Mr. Nikhil sir, are we feeling are we feeling devastated like Suraj, or are we today courageous after the fight by Jadeja, or are we feeling ecstatic like Bashir, जिसका इंजरी होके वो one ball changed the whole radar of the match. So how are we, sir? How are you, Nikhil sir? How are you feeling? Why do you look? जी कितने बजे उठे आप आज? क्या देख रहे थे आज?
नहीं क्या देख रहे थे that the world doesn't have to know. But uh, how am I feeling? I'm feeling like Ben Stokes on that Lord's balcony. ऐसा. But नहीं, jokes apart, pretty fresh. The look may not say it, but I think it's good. I don't know what people expected or how people are. I felt myself on the other end of the spectrum in this test where I was supposedly defending the team all the time for everything, which is not usually the case with me because I like to see and say what I feel. So was a very interesting test, a very harsh lesson for a very young side, a lesson for a side that at times even the best people have gone out there and they have tried to dominate, but they haven't done it. So for people worrying about the chases, since 2015, 11 times India has been asked to chase from 150 to 300. Only once have they won. And all of our legends and favorites have played in that time. Still, they couldn't do it more than once. So it tells you a lot about how it isn't easy. Yes, in if you ask me, 9 out of 10 times I would still back the team to win it. But it may not mean that it will happen because cricket doesn't function how we expect it to. So there you go. That is just set in the tone. So don't go by the eyes, go by what you are hearing.
Very nice, very nice. Actually, it's a good positive as usual. Our optimistic Mr. Nikhil sir. Now we'll head to our Old Trafford, Mr. Reporter Sparsh. How are you feeling? How's the climate and breeze out there? And how was the test match for you?
I'm great. Overcast conditions. I think moisture seeping into the wicket. We'll get some seam movement on day one. But jokes aside, I'm sorry. I think it's very windy over here. I'm in Jaipur right now. I'm in my college. I'm not in a forest. This is my college campus. And if there is some audio disturbance, first of all, I'm very sorry for that. But the test was tough, yeah. Day five. I mean, initially we did not have hope. But then hope आया, hope एकदम चरम सीमा पर पहुंचा, and then Siraj got out. So that really was tough one, a tough pill to swallow. But then, I mean, I don't know what to say, yaar. That was tough.
Taking it from there, so Nikhil, this whole series has been something like this. There is a place, there is a space we play really well. Then there is a space where the opposition goes really well and they come to the place of winning. Then again, there is a hope which gets created. And somehow we failed to cross the line in the first one. The second one, we were good enough to cross it. Third one, again, like, the longer these three were batting at the last day, whatever happened in the last 4 days didn't matter to me because their hope was, higher and higher and higher. So straight away to start about talk about Lords, instead of getting into the innings, how played what and how, I want to start with saying let's talk about 5 moments which changed the course of match for India. So that's what I'm thinking of talking rather than talking in general. So I want to start with you, which was so you can start with your. I'll it might be difficult if I say, you think you want to go from 5-1, the fifth one, fourth one, and the most
Let's
important
just go. Let's just go in order of
random.
what happened. I can pick one. Then Spurs can be the second. Then I can
Perfect.
third and fourth.
Perfect. So, starting with you, let's pick that one moment which you thought could have been better and could have changed things for India.
Getting a replacement ball, which was actually a new ball, and not a stupid 15-20 over ball, because yes, Kale dropped the catch, but he eventually did get Smith out in time. But the sequence of events could have been far different if you had a newer ball to bowl to. You had bowlers in the good rhythm. You had Bumrah taking wickets. You not only lost bite with the new ball, you also lost control because the softer ball didn't do anything and it had to travel. And it doesn't matter if India asked for it or they did not. We should not be worrying about why would India want to change it. They are not stupid. They know it was what it was, and we should be questioning the Duke's ball and the manufacturer and not the team who's asking for a ball, because they will not. I mean, do you think they felt, "Arey, this is getting too easy, bhai? Let's just make it harder. Let's do it harder so that everybody will be happy." No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't work that way. So I think that played a massive part in England getting to that score of 387. Because if India had a new ball, they could have simply kept it to 320, 330. एक कैच छोड़ के भी 340 पे पकड़ लेता. So I felt that was one of the first very big moment in the test match.
Mr. Sparsh from Old Trafford, please. Which was
I
their
just
second?
want to add. I just want to add on that. I think I was reading on Crickbus that the replacement ball swung 3 times lesser than the ball which India were bowling with. So that was a big, big, big moment in the game. Second one, I think fairly obvious, the Rishabh Pant run out. अब वो milestone के लिए कह लो, जिसके लिए भी कह लो. It was an error of judgment, and runouts, especially in a test match, on the brink of lunch. I think India, they have been guilty of losing wickets around these session breaks a lot in this series. Continuously, हमने देखा है since suddenly. And yeah, I think the Rishabh Pant run out, it played a big, big part in the game. Otherwise, India could have scored 400 plus, and then even a 20-run lead, and you might have won the game.
So clearly, just to add on to that, I remember seeing Nikhil tweeting at the same time saying, "No masti, just score, no nothing needed." And every time, I used to see that, and then I used to come here. Not every time, pura मान जाएंगे, because I like Nikhil's intensity today. The thing is, for me also, I was gonna anyway mention, because you have mentioned it, there is no use blaming any one individual, because I saw on Twitter one individual was targeted, and that whole thing was targeted. I think it was an error of judgment by both to decide something, because they came out and saying something, saying we wanted to finish it before lunch or yada yada. We don't know about the thing, but that could have been, because from there again there was a collapse in batting. And so many can criticize, saying someone wanted his name on the board, someone can say it was late in the call, they can, it's very easy for us to blame after the game, or in look back in hindsight and say this was the person, this was the reason. And personally, I think it again exposed the collapse. For me, the third moment was again catch drops. I know it didn't play a big role. I remember tweeting, and I remember speaking to Sparsh also at that moment, saying, because for me, I understand dropping catches can be okay, ठीक है, हो जाता है. But did later, when you look back, did that change the course of the game? That's when we come back and try to see, was it catchable? Would have changed? For me, again, dropping Jamie Smith, and it was not. It was a regular catch. And after that, what happened with Jamie Smith and Cars, the partnership building? I think again, somewhere knowing Jamie Smith, what damage he can cause, and he's caused already. I think that was also a moment where things could have been different, and we could have, again, adding to all three, if the ball had not replaced to an older one, getting wickets earlier, catching the dropping, catching the catch which was dropped, and even the run out. I think first innings only game badal jata, because all this is, we are kind of coming to a place where it happened in the first innings. Now going to Sir Nikhil, what was your fourth moment? which you think could have been different or could have played out by nature so that India could have won the game?
It's interesting how both those moments are uncontrollable. That when I'm speaking about them, it was India's horrible luck in the second innings with the new ball. I cannot remember any bowling innings where I've seen India being on so top of the batters, yet not getting anything to show for it. So uh, I do happily criticize them. They could have gone to spin earlier. It could have led to a collapse, but they didn't. If they had gone to spin earlier, you would have been chasing 250 plus. So I just hope it is something that they take into mind that if it is not working with pacers, do not be so rigid. Okay, nahi, we will go with pace only for 40 overs and then we will go to spin. Do not go to spin as an afterthought. You've picked those players. You need to also use those players when they are likely to work. A Washington Sundar with a new ball, a Jadeja with a new ball. And I'm not saying give them the first over, but 13, 14 overs in, when everybody is bowled a spell, get a spinner on from one end. It will ensure your pacers remain fit. Then you can keep firing pace from one end and keep bowling spin. You have two spinners, you can rotate them. So, uh, and it's not rocket science. It's not something in said in hindsight as well. I'm still criticizing the team for not bowling Braden Casco Jadeja in the first innings. Why did India not bowl spin to the England tail? Why don't we even think about bowling spin to tail? Why are we so rigid? What are they most likely facing every single day when they practice? Pace. Do you think they're going to face Bashir in the nets to practice? No. So I just hope India can be a bit more proactive in terms of not being wanting to be too traditional. But I felt India were incredibly unlucky, and hopefully, whether it is in Manchester or it is in the Oval, that luck has to pay off. I don't know if does it in some other ICC tournament and there is some delay and we get another title like that. But this will have to pay off someday. I don't know when, but it will.
I, adding to that, I just want to continue there, Nikhil. Let's address this comment because it went off. Huh. See, somewhere I know this has backfired again. You know, I know this. Is my friend only, and the tone might sound very rude, but it's not. I know, ठीक है, वो पंजाबी लड़का है, बात कर रहा है. But I know where he's coming from. Do you think, personally, I'll speak about later. You can answer first, and taking it to Sparsh from there. Do you think this fueled England for the fifth day, or this didn't have much of an impact?
I personally don't think these factors affect the game all too much. Ultimately, it is a contest between bat and ball. ठीक है, you can chirp, you can माहौल बना लो, थोड़ा सा aggression दिखा दो, वो सब कर लो. But ultimately, it comes down to what you were doing with the bat and the ball. So I personally don't believe, in these body language conversations or aggression conversations, etc., too much. I did not even believe when Virat Kohli was there at helm. So that's my stance on it. I may be wrong, but that's just my stance on it. And yeah, that's what I would say. And as for, I think I completely agree with Nikhil sir, because that was the same point which I also wanted to bring up as well. That India were incredibly unlucky throughout the test, but especially with the new ball in the second innings. Right on top, here Bumrah को एक wicket नहीं मिला. The way he was bowling and he went wicketless, that was that was shocking. And I think overall throughout the course of this entire test, India bowled more in the good length. They got more seam movement, they got more swing, and yet they somehow have ended up losing the game. And even if you look at the overall data across the entire series, India have more runs, they have more wickets, they have more hundreds, they have a higher bowling, higher batting average, they have a better bowling average, and yet we are 2-1 down. So I think luck has to even out in the next two tests. Otherwise, क्या बोले अब?
So, going there, Nikhil, like the fifth moment for me also, I don't know how much, what do you think of this? And address that the comment also, I put it up because I remember watching Jofra Archer in an interview post match. So he comes and speaks about, because I think Stuart Broad asks him, what did you tell Rishabh? So then he is talking about it. Then वो बोलता है कि I just said charge that now, basically आगे आगे उसके मारो. Then he said something which is, I think, where the comment is coming from. He said previous day they had a conversation, the team, we are being extremely nice to these here when they are going at us, where they are sledging us, when they are this, and it was time for us to show some aggression next day. Now I remember tagging you also the fifth. Did we play it way too defensively on the second day, last day, and losing so many wickets in the first session played a huge, because that was my fifth moment for me, losing way too many wickets in the first session, because I didn't then, because I think later it became a little easier, the ball became softer and all this thing. So do you think that added, we should have just played out the first session?
No, I didn't see India not wanting to play out the first session, to be honest. If you get good balls, you get good balls. You can't do anything about it. So I have very little complaints of what happened on day 5 from India, to be very honest with you. Day 4 should be played on their TV rooms as long as they are playing cricket. I would want Jaiswal to see that shot and tell to himself and to the team कि मैं वापस ये कभी नहीं खेलेगा, because that is a controllable. That is something you cannot be doing. On whatever is your idea, I am still fine with him attacking. I don't mind Rishabh Pant attacking. But the point is, you are trying to tell people that you are going to pull Jofra Archer from wide outside of over leg side. You are not playing the percentage as well if you're doing that. So that is something that I would definitely tell. For the body language thing, I think maybe it made England aware that they wanted to be a bit more expressive. It is good for the series because I don't want India to take it any other way. If Jofra Archer wants to go and tell Rishabh Pant to charge up, I would hope that next game Rishabh Pant can go out and hit him for 24 runs in an over. That is the part of the game. उसमें कुछ मेरे को problem नहीं है. Because see, I think the banter was always there. What is the thing that often comes to our mind is we decide basis the result. We feel that if the result goes in our favor, oh, it worked, oh, it backfired. But the only thing that matters to me is, does it come naturally to you? If it comes naturally to you, it is meaning that it is not taking your attention away. If it doesn't come naturally to you, it means you are taking a conscious effort to be something that you are not. And no matter how much you pretend, it will eventually catch up with you. So again, at this point of time, I am not here to say okay, whether Gill did it on purpose or not. That I don't know. Only Gill knows. But as long as he is aware and he is very sure, okay, I want to be like this. I can at times lose my temper. I will completely leave him at that. Till then, I will not judge whether it backfired or not, because even Virat Kohli had a beef with Bairstow, and then Bairstow went on to score a century. So we cannot remember instances like that. And see, we have to remember there are players, they have careers at stake. If we keep saying and keep asking them to behave robotically, it is not going to happen. It affects them far more, it affects all of us combined. So I think as long as I said, they maintain their line and they know I am comfortable doing this, I think they should be fine. To come to your second point, that is why those day 4 dismissals are horrendous, because you knew you had to play out 35 overs. Your first target should always have been get to 30 35 overs, be 100 for 2 or 3 down, and this game is yours. But so I'll give you a stat. The data that I told you, 11 chases and 8 times India have lost. Only twice in those 8 chases have India gone past the 30 over mark, not being fired out. Or the 5th wicket has fallen only 2 times after the 30th over. Basically, in every chase, we are losing the game directly to the new ball. And of course, the conditions are going to be difficult. Day 5, it's not every place is Headingley where it will be good to bat. Gaul was difficult, Wankhede was difficult, Centurion was difficult, Cape Town was difficult, Perth was difficult, fair. And that is why when you get those chances, you cannot be thinking about the milestone or anything like, I want to do this now. It doesn't matter. Get in, get batting, get 200, get 250, get 300, get 400. I don't care. Put yourself into a situation where batting is easier now. Go ahead and complete the chase. I think India have left the door open too far in the series. And again, that is also being very harsh at a very young team. We've had better, bigger teams not even being able to be there. So I just hope they take it in the right way. which I'm sure they will. And this is as advocative I could have been of Team India in the last 6-7 years. So yeah, well done.
See, this Nikhil I like. This Nikhil today is intense. This Nikhil is actually bringing stats. This Nikhil is actually telling Jo hai, so hai. Well, because I understand the optimism, Nikhil, always, which is good for life and all. But the point is, again, I agree with the luck factor also. I understand, but I also am a person, individual, who believes तुम अपना luck बनाओ. ठीक है? So I know there are few things you can never control, right? Like England bowled really well, but did we, like how you mentioned Jaiswal, both the innings it was irresponsible. So for me, you're not trying to adapt. You're not trying to do anything for that situation. You're just gonna be like, मैं ऐसे ही खेलेगा, मैं ऐसा हूँ. So somewhere I don't personally agree with that. Leading to this, and I also
No,
say
sorry.
that.
I'll
Hmm,
just clarify. I think we are on the same page with Jaiswal.
correct.
I
That's what I'm
think
saying.
we are on the same page till day 4. Day 5, I have no problem because day 5, you every wicket that you lost, Jofra Archer bowling a pitch to Rishabh Pant. Ben Stokes got that ball to seam in so long, and it and for once India had an umpire not giving it out also. So that also थोड़ा एक ऐसा जा तेरे को भी कुछ दिया वैसा था. So day 4 was wrong. That there I agree, but day 5 I don't think we'll get to the Jadeja part later.
So leading that, and again, the whole aggression part and Subman Gill part. I understand what you're implying. Again, I'm a person who believes saying if the result had come this side, everyone would have appreciated what Gill did or the team did. Same. So it's very easy for me to this side of the bench and after speak after the result. Like for example, I saw on Twitter saying Bashir bowled the ball of the century. मैं बोला क्या मतलब अच्छा ट्रोल भी लेके आओ यार ये क्या है मतलब just because you're an English person doesn't mean Bashir bowled even Bashir knew wicket नहीं मिलेगा इससे. The point was so Spurs taking it forward. What is your now अब क्या करें? You know, now before we lead to Old Trafford, अब क्या करें कि because now England is 2-1 up. It's a huge advantage in these conditions, right? And I've heard, I think Bumrah is playing because it's now the test match is very important, the fourth one. So where do we go from here? And what do you think? Forget the team combination, we'll discuss about it later. Where do we go from here? What do we take from the Lord's test so that it kuch to, I'm sure there are a lot of positives. One name was already taken by Nikhil sir, but the point is, where do we go from here?
I don't think India they have to do anything which is entirely different. They have been playing good cricket in this series. Continue doing so. There are a lot of positives in this entire series here. You talk about, like Nikhil sir said, ki it's a young team and they have gotten into the kind of positions where you can actually dominate. In fact, they have been on top of England for I think a large majority of the series. So I don't think there is a need to do anything which is vastly different. Keep at it, keep playing your cricket, and just hope that the luck turns. Because I believe I understand what you're saying when you say ki you make your own luck, and I believe it as well. But there are such certain things which are absolutely out of your control. Like I think the biggest example is Bumrah's spell in the second innings with the new ball. He did nothing wrong, but एक भी wicket नहीं मिला. So I would just say कि keep at it. I don't think India they have done anything too bad in this series, and result आएगा कभी ना कभी तो आएगा. हो सकता है इस सीरीज में नहीं तो होपफुली आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट में आएगा एज निखिल सर सेड बट कभी ना कभी तो आएगा.
So are we ready to talk about Old Trafford or you want to talk about Jadeja? मुझे क्या लगा when Jadeja खेल रहा था? मुझे लगा भाई जडेजा को मैन ऑफ द मैच मिल जाएगा उस प्रेडिक्शन में तो निखिल का ठीक हो जाएगा. मैं बोला हम हार भी नहीं रहे, वोक्स भी परफॉर्म नहीं किया, इतना पोपट नहीं हो सकता मेरा. Somewhere Ravi the selfish guy was like कुछ तो हो जाए तो कुछ तो ठीक हो जाए. But then I was also happy, the cricket fan I am, कि भाई sport fan I am, कि भाई he played really well. So before we go into Old Trafford, let's speak about the man जिस कैमरा ने उसको वॉशरूम तक भी फॉलो करके लेके गए थे. So what do you think? What do you think? I'll put a controversial question along with your Jadeja. Do you think for spinners, the day 5 before Siraj got out, in that over, or I think Bashir started 1 over before that, do you think Jadeja should have tried for twos instead of taking single? Because anyways, field was way far. I personally think there are other few cricketers might have tried that, और by then जडेजा का सिराज पे ऊपर कॉन्फिडेंस इतना आ गया था कि भाई ठीक है, we can manage this. So let's go about Mr. Sir Ravindra Jadeja. Obviously Ravindra है तो
Nice.
अच्छा ही खेलेगा. हाँ, next.
नहीं, of course अच्छा खेलेगा. My only bit is I'm absolutely appalled by the kind of expectations we have of every player. We are saying Ravindra Jadeja should bowl well in India. He should bowl well away. He should take wickets in white ball format. He should take wickets in red ball format. He should do that both home and away. He should know how to bat. And when he's batting, he should be able to access the V. He should be access to pull. He should be able to drive. He should be able to access the area behind. Are we? And we are saying he should do this for 12 months a year at the age of 37. My only point is, why are we not happy to accept people for who they are? What Ravi Jadeja can do or what he did, it is not something what other all-rounders can do, and that can be looked in the both ways. What is his limitation is also his strength. He was able to defend so many balls because he's that good defensively. Now, could he have done something better? Of course, because we haven't won. But had we won, everyone would have been. This is why cricket is what cricket is. If he wins, we go. See, he backed his defense. See, he trusted his tail-ender. See, he ensured that he's facing only 2 balls and gave Bumrah also the confidence that you can take on the short ball, it is okay. But he did not do it. And how did Siraj get out? Siraj get out after middling a ball. I just hope एक random Siraj ना 20 बॉल में 5 विकेट ले ले. I think that is the max that luck can do for Siraj. कि 20 बॉल का 5 for Siraj को दे दो. Because see, I completely buy the point that you pushed your luck when you asked Bumrah and Siraj to do so much. But the point is, it was doable. And they were doing it. They were not surviving by missing the bat. They were doing it comfortably. Yes, I buy the point that you could have looked to be aggressive. But the catch here is we are discounting the soft ball. We are discounting that after one Chris Vokes ka six that Jadeja hit, the field was spread. And the Lords is not a ground where you have deep pockets. जहाँ पे you can hit the pocket and run twos. So there were far too many things which could have led to, and again हम ही बैठे हैं, we only would have latched on to Jadeja के सही तो चल रहा था एक बॉल पे. Why would you want to take a risk? Why would you want to go big? So I think it is something that I found very weird that we expected him to just find a way because some other all-rounders ask those all-rounders to hit a 175 and take a 9-wicket haul in India. Once they do it, I'll then compare Jadeja to them. So I just feel we take our all-rounders and I am clubbing the entire Asian community here that we just feel that non-Sena all-rounders, jab tak they don't do well in Sena, they are not good. But that same consideration is not for their all-rounders in India. So I just hope that is a parity level we get to, and we celebrate our people as well that they have limitations. They have a limitation. We'll have to accept that. He played his heart out. Yes, he could have taken twos. He could have even lapped a few. But spin, जब बशीर bowling करना है, जब रूट bowling करना है, he could have taken a few risks. But he felt that my best chance is to give myself time and tire them. And you could see every single bowler of England was tired. Ben Stokes bowled 20 overs by. So it is something that did not go your way, and I am okay with it because I cannot fault that effort. Baki, everybody will want to be 100 of 100, but that's not possible. So that is end of my rant, and you are on mute.
I hope I gave you enough space for the rant, but I agree. I think somewhere ये तो मैं इंडियंस नहीं बोलूंगा, ज्यादातर आई हैव सीन इट इन इंडिया आल्सो, आई हैव सीन इट अक्रॉस अदर कल्चर्स एंड अब्रॉड व्हेन आई वॉच फुटबॉल आल्सो. Somewhere we expect way too many things, superhuman efforts from other individuals. Maybe it's also talks about us कि लाइफ में हमें भी बहुत सारी चीज करना है, नहीं कर पा रहे, तो भाई तू तो है तो करना. We are hoping, but then when it gets to the toxic level, abusive level, getting personal level, tabi I have a problem. Expecting Jadeja to finish, I agree. Expecting Rahul to catch the catch, I agree. Expecting Gill to not let that temper come in affect his batting, I agree. Expect Kohli to play forever, I agree. But then again, the line we have to draw is very difficult. And I think in person koi nahi bolega. Keyboard ke piche, it's easy to abuse. Sparsh, you have anything to add for Mr. Ravindra Jadeja? It's very important to add Ravindra Jadeja.
Ravindra Jadeja. No, I completely agree with Nikhil sir. I think the problem in India, or in fact in this cricket analysis field in general, is that there is a lot of hindsight analysis which actually takes, which actually people do. अगर इंडिया ये मैच जीत जाता तो जडेजा would have been hailed कि अप्रोच देखो सिंगल लिया लंबा खेला tired them out trusted the bowlers etc. Now that they have lost they are trying to find ways to kind of blame Jadeja. But see, I think he did what was right because Jadeja is not exactly your elite white ball power hitter like you would associate. जैसा कि 2019 हेडिंगली में बेन स्टोक्स था he was someone who could have he has the power and he has the skill to actually hit those big sixes which Jadeja at the age of 37 right now does not. Also Headingley was a different venue but the point is कि Jadeja he backed his skill and he did what he could do the best. So I don't have any complaints from him but ठीक है यार अब इंडिया हार गया है तो people they are trying to blame him but I don't see the point. I think he did what was there and what was the best for the team and for himself.
Going forward, let's head into the place where Spurs is right now, Old Trafford. So how are we placed, Spurs? What do you think? What is your prediction? I've heard weather is very dicey. Toss also plays a crucial role on this pitch again. Do you think Shubman Gill will win the toss, and what will he choose to do? And do you see any change in the team combination, or do you like to see? Let's put it as, do you like to see? Do you see तो पता नहीं हमें क्या करने वाला है GG and Gill. What do you like to see any change in the team combination? And as you have already mentioned that India is playing fine, they should continue playing the same. So let's talk about the team combination. Then I'll head the same to Nikhil sir.
See, team combination ki to अपन we are talking about it since the first test, right? That you should actually be playing four proper bowlers. But after what
Kuldeep,
Nitish Kumar,
Kuldeep, I.
uh, Kuldeep. But after the way Nitish Kumar Reddy bowled in the first innings in the last test, that actually exceeded my expectations. And I don't think the team will make any change as such. They will probably go with the same 11. बुमराह भी खेलेगा तो I don't see कि कोई change होगा team में. I still would want to see four proper bowlers, but now after seeing Sundar and Nitish Kumar Reddy bowl in the last game, I don't mind this combination either for now. So I don't see any change. Shubman Gill toss जीतेगा नहीं जीतेगा. It's easy to say कि नहीं जीतेगा, but पता नहीं कि क्या होगा उसमें. Win the toss and see. I mean, for a change, I haven't actually looked up the data and the stats because I haven't had the time to do so. I'm in my college right now. Thoda exam tha. So I'll give that to Nikhil sir because I think he will be the well prepared man for this thing.
Sir, before you start,
I
wait,
said,
wait, wait, wait,
mm,
wait, wait, wait. Do you think the man has got enough chances and he needs to be replaced for the fourth test? And I'm not going to take the name. It's up to you. I
ah,
feel it. I feel everyone else kind of cemented their spot as of now. Even Washington played really well fourth innings with his bowling. So, do you think, touching on that, because we're talking about team combination, you think that person has got enough chances? There was a meme which I don't know if I can be telling you. My cousin had shared it saying someone was always criticized, saying after a double century or triple century didn't get a chance. Now we know why he didn't get a chance. So I know it's rude, but do you think six is enough? Because the man has not done anything to, for even for us to defend. I personally, I don't have anything to defend right now. So what do you think? Will there be change in the team combination, or do you think, and do you feel we need to the other SS needs to get a chance now.
Plenty of moving parts there. Firstly, as I completely agree with Sir Sparsh, I don't see any change coming unless there is an injury. Uh, an injury to two people, whether Pant is fit to keep, that I think will play a massive role. Uh, and what is the status with Akashdeep? I cannot have a pacer getting or feeling low or down or ruled out after an innings. So that is something they'll have to be very sure. Okay, what went wrong? What is happening there? Why has he pulled up like that? Is it workload? Is it because of our only mistake of not rotating pacers better? That is something they'll have to figure, because I think that is the only spot that is open, and that also because of injury, not because of performance. Akashdeep एक match पहले he's taken a 10 for, so there's no point about thinking that he should be dropped. Coming to the guy who's got 6 chances, I would give him 4 more and be done with it once and for all. I would rather give anyone a game extra so that they cannot come back and
That's
tell,
that's that's a
"Hey,
very hot take, sir. चार chance
it
मुझे भी
isn't
life में करने."
it isn't a hot take. I think it is a more long term take that even if this is say for somebody else, I would rather be happier to give him 2 more chances and be very open. Now you've got 10 chances. You've not even got 250s in 2 of those 10. Then you cannot be going out there and then saying I want another chance. Cricket is any which way is very harsh, very random. So whenever you get a chance, you have to make the most of it. And I still till date feel he had 3 chances to really cement his spot. First was the first test itself, and I don't think in life you can get as better a chance to have a redemption as that was, because he came in with India in prime position in both those innings in the first test, and he was batting at 6. This was your time to just own it. Ek 50 bhi maar deta, it would have looked, the game, the first test especially, would have looked far different, even if he got a 15 either of those innings. And then he had a great chance in the last test as well. He got a start. 190 के chase में, if your top order bats deep, you are problem solving on the go. Okay, you are set. You are someone who likes to play his shots. सब हो जाएगा. But नहीं हुआ, because at this point of time, with what confidence do you get back Sai? And if Sai doesn't work, you then have two people who are completely out of confidence. One might feel कि मेरा career खत्म हो गया है, and the other will feel, oh dude, how do I score my next run when I play? So I don't think it's a good time to get back Sai and then keep Karun also hanging, unless you have decided once and for all कि नहीं, 6 games bus हो गया, now we are moving on, and then you're pushing Sundar to 3. Maybe that is the only way out. Then you are free to do. But otherwise, I would give him 4 more innings, and up the era 4 innings, I want at least 100 and one impact innings. It can be of any score, but one big score is needed, because against this England side, and again 100 bhi khali number hai. He can go on and score a daddy 100 or whichever 100 he wants to, but he'll have to score 2 impact knocks out of the 4 remaining to have any chance of staying in the team. And that is not harsh also on him to expect that.
अच्छा है. Good for the Kannadiga lad. Before we head on to Sparsh, about what do you think match prediction will be, guys? 250 people are watching on X. Kindly, all you can do is jump on YouTube, hit a like button, subscribe to the channel, so that we can do much more of this. See, Sparsh has taken his time out, got on the field for this cricket. सर ने 4 बजे से he is up and he is running, and the intensity today, see, it's showing on X. People are liking it. So please come over YouTube, drop a like, hit a subscription. It will really help us. I don't like asking all this, but then करना पड़ता है. Moving to Sparsh, before I leave it to the last segment of निखिल सर का, वो निखिल सर का segment है जो मुझे eventually I have to clip and put ना, वो मैं सोचने का बंद कर दिया लास्ट टाइम से. कुछ फायदा नहीं है, no use. I'm a worst. Right. So what's your prediction for the match? In terms of, obviously, again, there will be no draw. I see there's a chance of rain. Let's assume we are going with the same team. Let's assume, and they have got Liam Dawson instead of Bashir. Again, I think he's a way better upgrade. It's a clear upgrade with respect to Bashir in bat also and bowl also. So where do you see this match? Let's be honest. Don't think from your heart. Say it from your head. and whether it's India or England, will England wind up the series 3-1, or we are going to come back again? The Edge Bastion will repeat and it will be 2-2.
See, my initial prediction for the series was 3-2. So I said India before Lords as well. I want to say India right now as well. I think 2-2 and then heading into Oval for the fifth test. That will be, quite something. So I think India, they should win this game, yeah. We have been unlucky enough. I think it's time to finally win this game. And actually, I just want to jump back to one point which Nikhil sir made in the last segment about Washington Sundar batting at number three, because I also was thinking about this. In case Karun Nair से आपका हो गया है, you feel like 6 innings are done. I mean, you gave him 6 innings to actually perform, and you have decided to move on. I think Washington Sundar at three is a very radical idea that allows you to play an extra bowler as well, and I think that's a very good idea, because Washington Sundar, we have seen that he has the technique to bat in the top order, is what I feel, and he can be a pretty good batter at number three. So that's what I wanted to add. Baki, I think India, they should win this game. Also, in case Akashdeep is not fit, है ना, अगर वो नहीं खेलता है, I think Prasidh Krishna for this particular venue might not be a bad pick, because we have seen hit the deck bowlers get some variable bounce out of the surface at Old Trafford. So Prasidh Krishna for this particular venue might not be a terrible pick. And also because I think there is an abrasive square over here, थोड़ा reverse swing मिलता है. So I hope Siraj का luck turns, and with the old ball he gets those balls to hit the pad, and umpire LBW out there. But I think, yeah, India should win this game.
What a beautiful analysis from the ground. Abrasive, some word you used. I have to go Google it. Huh? Better than Mr. Ravi Shastri here. Sir Nikhil, what's your hot takes? Are we coming with something this time? Lot of things came true for you. I remember. And also, I think West Indies में भी मार दिया आपने दो नंबर के, 2-digit collapse. I'm like, मैं सुबह उठा और मैं बोल अरे, so which is good. I wish Modi ji थोड़ा ऐसे, they start this like how he has a lot of schemes for rural India, urban India, ऐसे prediction scheme जो भी, and every time एक prediction होता है ना, you become more 10x or 10x or 10x. Dream 11 से अच्छा है. Dream 11 na, it's too much, like 11 players, all that jazz and all. Yeah, acha hai, but good. Congratulations on the West Indies wala call. That was pretty. I like that call the best among everything else. So बताइए, before we wind up the show, you have 2 minutes. नहीं है,
नहीं,
ज़्यादा
पहले
नहीं
तो मैं
है.
बोलूंगा, if you are at Old Trafford, please go and meet Paul Raffle. I have a few words to share with him. But ठीक है, maybe that is also umpire's call. Let's leave it at that.
I
I'll
saw
go
your
and
upset on the online. Yeah,
I just feel
below
we are too
standard.
protective of the umpires. I just
I
feel
know.
we are too protective of the umpires, and we don't realize they are out there. Arey, it is difficult. So it is difficult to bat also. It is difficult to bowl also. It cannot be an excuse के difficult job है, high pressure job है, तो भाई या तो फिर आप मत करो, या तो फिर आप थर्ड अंपायर को बोलो कि सही डिसीजन दे. At this point of time, umpires are not able to control the flow of play. They can't decide which ball is the right one to be picked. They can't get runouts at times. Clear runout भी they are sometimes referring to be safer. थर्ड अंपायर को नहीं दिख रहा है कि बॉल ग्राउंड पे लगा है, दैट वी सॉ इन द वेस्ट इंडीज टेस्ट. सो देन व्हाट इज द पॉइंट ऑफ हैविंग elite umpires? You are actually disrespecting the job of the umpire, but the system, not the umpires. So hopefully that is something they'll take care of. For the series, it may sound rude, but I feel India have been the better team. They may not be 2-1 up, but India have been the better team. England have won the moments better. So which is why they are 2-1 up. So fair, well done to them. But I just hope and I genuinely believe that the luck has to change. It cannot happen or cannot continue to happen कि एक गेम में आपने 4 कैच छोड़ दिए and then you lost that game. Other game you have one miss run out, you have one drop catch, and so many umpires call, nothing goes your favor and the ball trickles down to stumps. So the luck should come back. It should be 2-2, and then whatever happens in the last test we see then that way.
It's your segment. Take care of. No, you
अभी
don't
आप
have questions.
बताओ, मेरे को तो क्वेश्चन, हाँ तो let's I'll
Let's
ask.
start. Okay, I'll keep it very simple. I have only three questions for each of you. Okay,
Okay.
one, easiest, man of the match. Okay, man of the match in Old Trafford. Predict today. Predict today. Man of the series. Okay. ऐसे कैसे होता है and all, I don't know. I may predict today because that will be clipped after fifth. Man of the series, man of the match, and non-wicket keeper highest catches this time again. I'm asking you because because the spot has been given up by Mr. Jaiswal. So the highest wicket taker was a non-keeper. Lastly, one more I have, but it's tricky.
बोलो
Give
बोलो.
me
What
one.
else we here for?
वो मेरे दिमाग में ट्रिकी है, बाहर शायद नॉर्मल है. Give me one radical change you want to see in Indian team for the fourth test, and it has to happen. I know we all want the same team, but still, because you have given Sundar, but if that comes across na sir, मैं मुंबई आ रहा है. मैं मुंबई आ रहा है. I'm telling you, वो हो गया. That is like the this thing. So man of the match, man of the series, highest wicket, most catches in this test match, who's a non-wicket keeper. And last one, uh, India needs to change one player who will have impact in fourth test. That's a better framing. जल्दी.
ठीक है.
निखिल
अरे
सर.
पहले आप चालू करो फिर हम
नहीं
बोलो.
ना ना
नहीं
ना
नहीं
यो
नहीं.
यो ऐसे नहीं होता है. This is not how it works. The question asker will be last.
अच्छा
चलो.
ओके fair. Player of the match, right? First wala. Player of the match in this series, in the match. See, I have Siraj pending. I have Oaks pending. ठीक है, one of them. जो भी जिसको भी देना है. Uh, फिर कहता player of the series.
Hmm.
Some I feel it will end up being Ben Stokes. क्योंकि he's won two crucial phases. If India win, तो Gill straightforward, but there is still lots to do for Gill. क्योंकि 600 रन तो हो गया भाई. Imagine saying 600 रन हो गया and still not being contention for player of the series, but it is what it is. दूसरा क्या था फिर? Fourth is the one guy to most
Highest
catches in
catches
this match.
non-keeper, non-wicket keeper.
Highest matches non-wicket keeper.
Catches.
हाँ मुझे पता है, पकड़ना भी पड़ेगा ना. आई नो किसके पास चांस. आई नो चांस किसके पास जाएगा, बट पकड़ना भी पड़ेगा उसको. तो ठीक है, जो रूट कैन टेक द मोस्ट कैचेस. तो ड्रॉप किया और इस पर मैं ट्रोल हुआ तो मेरे को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. आई विल बी हैप्पियर इफ जो रूट इज ड्रॉपिंग कैचेस देन. तो दैट इज डन. एंड वन चेंज दैट आई वुड लाइक टू सी इन द फोर्थ टेस्ट. यार आइडियली वेदर अगर सही होता तो मैं कुलदीप खिला लेता आकाशदीप के बदले. एंड आई वुड हैव गिवन द न्यूअर बॉल आल्सो टू एनकेआर so that you have three pacers. क्योंकि वैसे भी second innings में they gave the new ball to Siraj only. So that would have been the one change. But I completely agree with Sir Spurs ke if the weather is like that, please play Prasidh without hesitation, but just tell him what to do. Thank you.
चलो जल्दी स्पर्श.
I'm not being a copycat here. I had the same answers. Man of the match मेरे दिमाग में भी सिराज आया. Player of the series मेरे दिमाग में भी. I think England में वैसे भी दो मिलते हैं ना. One to the home team and one to the visiting team. So I think it will be Stokes and Shubman Gill. वो दो ही रहेंगे. तीसरा क्या था? Most catches ना. Catches में because I am expecting Siraj to take a lot of wickets, gold or LBW. I don't think it will be an Indian. और इंग्लिश में आई थिंक इट विल बी जो रूट ही रहेगा यार. उसमें भी सेम ही आंसर है. मैं क्या करूँ अब. और फोर्थ क्या था? रेडिकल चेंज. आई थिंक वी ऑलरेडी सजेस्टेड दैट. आई गो विथ वॉशिंगटन सुंदर वाला. ऑल्दो वो होगा नहीं, बट अगर कुछ चेंज करना होता मुझे उस टीम में और करुण नायर का अगर टाइम अप हो चुका है, देन आई गो विथ वॉशिंगटन सुंदर एट नंबर 3 एंड देन आई प्ले आइदर ऑफ कुलदीप और प्रसिद्ध डिपेंडिंग ऑन द वेदर एंड द कंडीशन.
Interesting. Great. So, man of the match. I think man of the match will be Ben Stokes again. Second, most, because I don't think it's tough again. I have a feeling it's tough on Old Trafford. Let's see. I hope India wins. Man of the series, I'm confused between Gill or Jamie Smith. I don't know because Ben Stokes ka all-round performance very nice, wicket taking be very nice, but batting I've still not seen a very good knock yet. So I still incline if England goes on to win, I feel it's Jamie Smith. If India goes on to win, I think as usual I agree with Sir Gill. Last one was what? Most catches. Third one. I think it will be Harry Brooks for this match. Then last one क्या था? Radical change. ये तो मेरा मन का ख्वाहिश है. I hope Sai Sudarshan plays instead of Karun Nair, and he straight away makes a huge impact by scoring maybe 100 to mushkil hai, but I think anything 50 plus also is very good for me, especially second innings. And that's my take. And I hope India wins the toss because I've seen saying it is little help spin fourth innings, all this jazz. However, I wish I don't know about this Akash Deep injury. Abhi pata chala mujhe, or whatever the issue is. I'm not confident with Prasid playing also. That's why I'm feeling not confident now. ये हर बार podcast के बाद मैं confidence गिर जाती है भाई because I get to know new things. But
तुम मेरे से तुम मेरा मेरा बात वापस सुनोगे तो तुमको कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है तो then you need to see better things and more things.
No, I understand because well, once because Akash's impact was so big for me in the second test in the winning the game. It's just that in isolation I see it like that, but I know there are a lot of things to look forward, and I wish luck favors us and this time and the next time. It was great. Thank you, Sparsh, joining from college, even though you have exams and coming with this cool look and with this beautiful ambience behind. And thank you, sir, for joining on a Saturday and obliging to make this experience of this channel very high.
और
And it was always fun. And it was actually a lot of, and thank you so much, especially on X people. I think it's like 300 of them are watching. Thank you so much. I wish you guys come on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit the like, go follow
yes,
them on. Please follow them on Twitter. Nikhil sir and Sparsh, I've tagged their handles in the stream also, and it will be in the description plus on the X. Most of the time, I keep fighting with Sparsh about certain things. Nikhil sir ignores my tweets, but it's fine.
हुए कभी हुआ
अरे बहुत बार हुआ कोट करेगा नेक्स्ट टाइम
अरे
से so but
And then, see, during the match, if you're pinging me during the match, then it is very difficult for me to reply.
I know, I know,
Post maybe I might be
बहुत फैंस है ना आपका बहुत सारे रिप्लाई
बहुत
करना
fans ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
पड़ता करेक्ट ही इज
But
अग्रीइंग इज अग्री
also everybody who's watching, मैं बोल रहा हूँ स्पर्स को all the best wish कर दो comments में. He has exams,
एग्जाम में
so
अच्छा पास हो जा बस पास इज एनफ बड़ी डोंट स्कोर एनीथिंग मोर पास इज एनफ ओके उतना ही चाहिए लाइफ में क्रिकेट का तुम तो फ्यूचर क्रिकेट एनालिस्ट ठीक है थैंक यू गाइस फॉर जॉइनिंग इन एंड प्लीज लाइक द स्ट्रीम सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल कोई समवन लास्ट कमेंट समवन लेट मी पुट इट अप करुण नायर को और मौका मिलेगा करुण नायर को और मौका मिलेगा अकॉर्डिंग टू निखिल को मिले निखिल एंड स्पर्श मिलेगा 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 3 बार तारीख पे तारीख राइट थैंक यू
नहीं
गाइस फॉर
चार चार
जॉइनिंग
बार. Sorry.
okay.
4 innings.
Chalo, thank you guys. It was fun again. And
Bye.
see you soon before the 5th test match. Hopefully happy this time. Papa.